Hello everyone, this is the Mental Health for Life channel. As a child, being treated badly by your parents or bullied at school leaves scars on your mind. These scars are called trauma. In mild cases, these scars heal naturally and fade with time, but in more severe cases, they may never fade. Severe violence, rejection, or neglect by a parent or classmate over a long period of time can create trauma that carries on into adulthood. Just as a serious injury in childhood can continue to cause pain in adulthood, trauma can manifest itself as living difficulties in various aspects of later life. Even if you think you have rid yourself of it, the trauma may not have fully healed. Here are 6 signs that your childhood trauma has not yet completely healed. Number 1. Low self-esteem. You may feel like you should have never been born or feel guilty for being alive. People dealing with this are unable to open themselves up to the goodwill of others or put themselves out there in public. Consequently, they are unlikely to try new things because they convince themselves it won't work out anyway. Number 2. Loneliness. You may feel fear, anxiety, and anger towards people and have a generally hard time trusting people. People dealing with this issue often feel frustrated and angry when interacting with others and have trouble socializing. Consequently, they tend to avoid relationships with people and end up feeling lonely. Number 3. Dissociation. You may have had a detached sense of reality, and even when you are awake, you might feel like you're in a dream. Some people describe it as a wall between themselves and reality. It also feels as if the mind and body are separated, and they see themselves from the outside. This is called dissociation, and people experiencing it often feel time slows down as well. Number 4. Lack of concentration. If you spent your childhood worrying about your parents' current moods, your brain may later find itself in a constant state of alert, preparing to react to your surroundings at a moment's notice. People experiencing this issue have shallow sleep, and the slightest noise wakes them from their slumber. Consequently, during the day, their head becomes foggy and they have trouble concentrating. This is sometimes referred to as brain fog. Number 5. Self-destructive behavior. In the Academy Award-winning film The Deer Hunter, a film about the Vietnam War, a man is left traumatized by the war and continues to participate in death games of Russian roulette. Trauma can cause people to try to distract themselves using self-destructive behaviors such as alcohol and drug abuse, gambling, self-harm, and engaging in risky sexual relationships. You might not be able to explain to yourself why you voluntarily jump into these dangers, but before long, you may become dependent and addicted to them. Number 6. Prone to depression and panic attacks. Research has shown that the risk of depression and panic disorder is 1.5 times more likely to occur in those who experienced bullying in their school years. If this trauma sticks with you, it can lead to trouble meshing with the rest of society later on. This causes stress and makes it easier to develop mental illness. In some cases, the trauma is only first recognized when the patient visits a psychiatrist who identifies their trauma for the first time. Trauma can be gradually healed by discussing the source with someone you feel safe with in a safe environment. This person could be a family member, a loved one, or a close friend. Having someone else empathize with you in this way helps resolve the trauma. However, it is important not to try to force it. Being able to re-experience and reflect on the trauma in a safe space is key to this approach. If you are looking to see a professional about your trauma, then you should seek out a psychological counselor rather than a physician. In Europe and the US, there is a treatment called EMDR, in which trauma is re-experienced in conjunction with specific eye movements, though its effectiveness depends on the skill of the counselor. Lastly, if you are experiencing anxiety or insomnia or have concerns about possible depression or panic disorder, you should look into seeing a psychiatrist for treatment. Improving your physical and mental condition with the appropriate medication makes it much easier to resolve any lingering trauma you may have. This was the Mental Health for Life channel. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel.